All right, people. By the way, this is not weed. This is
Let's bring
cigarettes.
in our two.
So okay, it's cigarettes. And look, so I was actually a few weeks ago. I started a class a few weeks ago in Mexico City, and there was a girl that I liked a lot in class, and she was beautiful. There's something about meeting women and people in closed environments that makes them look more attractive. Like when you meet somebody who is in like, when I say closed environment, I mean like a limited group of 20 people. The most attractive person there will look like the most attractive person on the planet. It's crazy. It's all about comparison. Anyways, and the girl that I liked another dude, right? As soon as I saw her, I looked at her, but as I was walking in, some other dude was walking next to me, and I swear to God, I've never seen love at first sight in my life. I saw love at first sight in that moment. That bitch looked at that guy, and it was like, I have no shot. Like, it was like, I was like, it's over. It hasn't. The class hasn't even started, and I already lost. This is a bullshit. Anyway, so it ruined my whole experience. I was looking at her flirt with him. I was like, fuck. I was like, what the fuck, man? This is some bullshit, man. This is ruining my goddamn class. I don't even want to be here anymore, man. It wasn't that I was saying it. It wasn't that I was there for her, but it's kind of like I wanted her and I lost to this motherfucker without even saying anything. Like, this bitch just saw hit this guy and she was just into him. All right. I am up late. I usually go to sleep at 10. So, but you know what happened is that 2 or 3 minutes, 2 or 3 days passed, 4 days, 1 week, 2 weeks. I stopped feeling envy. I was looking at that dude flirt with that girl, and I would feel envious. I was like, I hope she is fat. You know what I'm saying? Well, I would visualize her being fat to make myself feel good, right? My ego. And then I was like, it got to a point that over time, I was happy for him. Over time, I felt happy for him. I was like, good for you. I'm happy that you found this beautiful girl. And I stopped feeling envious and jealous of him. And I just started feeling happy for the guy. I was like, yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm so happy you actually found this girl that likes you like this. That don't mean that when I was looking at her flirt with him, I wouldn't feel bad. I'm a human. But on top of that sense of like bitterness of losing, I was just happy for the motherfucker, to be honest with you. And what it taught me is that the phrase time heals all is very true. It is very true. Time does heal all. By the way, I have a seminar tomorrow, actually a meetup where you guys can ask me any question. If you guys want to attend this meetup, click on the description down below in New York City. And I'm gonna have a New York City seminar the next day on Saturday. Click on the description below to buy tickets. And I just felt happy for the guy, man. And what I learned about that is that the phrase time heals all is so true. As long as you rely on time to heal you, it will heal you. If you rely on drugs like I do sometimes, like weed, if you rely on getting girls like I do sometimes, it's never gonna go away. It's not gonna heal it. It's time that soothes it. It's time that nurtures the wound, that gives it oxygen, that makes it get healed over time. It is your destruction that scabs away at the pain, that re-injures it, that brings it out again, that gives you a false sense of security. And it is very difficult to just do nothing when you feel that pain. I'm not gonna lie. It's not fun. Like, I would be in class and I would just like, yo, fuck this bullshit, man. Fuck. Hope she meets Tyrone, the personal trainer, so he could lose, right? But Over time, that thought turned into happiness for the motherfucker. To be honest with you, that don't mean I'm happy. Like nobody likes booze, right? But it's just that we all feel envy and jealousy and defeat sometimes, and we sometimes try to dull the pain through validation, through drugs, right? And it doesn't fix the issue. You gotta remain there. It is hard. You will say, "Is this how it's done?" The fuck? This is so difficult. This is suffering. You're gonna ask yourself that question. You're gonna question whether or not it works. You're gonna say it's bullshit. How the fuck am I able to deal with this pain? But you'd be surprised. Your body is designed to deal with trauma. It is evolutionarily designed to deal with trauma. In fact, it uses trauma to know what's dangerous and what's not dangerous. Oh shit, your mom got eaten by a lion. I'm sad, but I'm also never gonna go near a lion. It also shows you what to gravitate to. Oh shit, a lion was chasing me, and all of a sudden I found a tree and it helped and it saved me. Next time you see a lion, you're gonna look for trees. Next time you see a tree, you're gonna look at trees completely differently. You wanna look at time in that perspective. You wanna let time heal you. Let time heal you. It's difficult, but when it does heal you, you're gonna gravitate towards it even more. It's almost like feeling cold. There's fake cold and real cold. There's the cold you feel when you have the air conditioner on, and then there's the cold you feel when you are outside and is 0 degrees. It's two completely different sensation of the same word, cold, right? The same way with this, man. You know, both are completely different. They sound different, but at the same time, they're the same. You know. So it's pretty much, to put it into simple terms. It is pretty much mindfulness. It is pretty much Taoism. You know, you gotta practice that if you're gonna play this game. People don't give a fuck about you unless it's your family. Guys that you meet will see you as a piece of meat. Most guys will not respect you, and most guys will see whether or not they could get away with it. And if you like them enough, you will let them get away with it. It doesn't matter because you say no to the guys you don't like. You stand up for yourself when you don't like them, and you know, I don't mean shit. Of course you're gonna act confident when you don't like the motherfucker. What really matters is when you like the guy. You know, when you like the guy is when it really shows the strength of your character. And that's when most people, even myself, fails at it. You know? So, you know, you got to learn to trust yourself and put yourself in positions that will make you suffer a little bit. And suffer through it. And prove to yourself that you could overcome it. Because you could. You're designed for that. You are literally evolutionarily designed to deal with trauma. You know? When you see the people who are PTSD, even though that's true, I'm not even gonna go like that. My fault. I apologize for going like that. But when you see people who have PTSD, you wanna know why you have PTSD? Because some fucking shit happened that threatened your life, and now you're on the lookout for it. Why the hell is that not useful for evolution? Of course that's useful. Half of these animals are in the wild are fucking traumatized. Not even half. All of them are traumatized. All of them, I mean, you just say, hey, and they're like fucking jump up thinking like something was about to kill them. They have those instincts for a reason. It was evolutionarily selected that those who just those who didn't react to random events with craziness and complete paranoia got eaten alive eventually. But those who were always afraid, who always jumped, they survived the most part because yeah, sometimes you have false signals, but I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm not gonna be old manly if I sense a snake and act like nothing's there. No, if you do that, yeah, you have ego, whatever, you're a man, whatever, but you're gonna get eaten alive. Motherfuckers who scared the most are the ones that got away the most. So fear is evolutionarily designed in humans. What we want to do is control where that fear comes from. you know, and how and when you feel that fear, when it's time to feel fear, when it's time to feel strong. I mean, that comes to experience, you know. Um, but yeah, that's life, man. Unfortunately, you know, it's not. Life isn't really a fun thing for the most part. I mean, I'm not kidding with you. I don't think so. I really don't think life is completely fun. We try to make it as fun as we could, and that's where we actually suffer the most. But life is not meant to be fun. I don't know why. You know, like I really to enjoy life sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes life is dull, sometimes life is boring, sometimes life is difficult. Most part, very few parts are fun. Like very few parts of life is fun and enjoyable, unless you practice mindfulness. You know, unless you practice being more present in the moment. And I believe, I don't know, because I'm 31, but I think as you get older, when you get in your 50s and 60s, I think that's when you begin to enjoy the fullness of life if you haven't gotten better. And the reason why I believe is this is because one, your dopamine has completely been saturated by your 60 years of life. If you were lucky enough, you were able to experience a lot of things. But as you reach your 70s, your 80s, death becomes a reality for you. And some people will run away from death, which they will turn toxic, but I don't know the percentage of the other kind, but some people will become aware of their own mortality and they'll begin to value relationships with their families a little bit more deeper. Um, and they'll value common talks and conversations a little bit more. And I think that's what changes them as you grow older. And that's what makes them happier because they begin to value the things that actually nourish your soul, perhaps, right? But definitely your value system changes as you get into your 70s, in my opinion, 60s. Some people even earlier, actually, depending on how fearful they are of death. You know, so it's 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 something that every single person is gonna have to go through. You know, like I'm not gonna look young all my life. You know, I'm 31 and I look young. You know, but I'm not gonna look young my whole life. I better not hold on to that, to looking young my whole life. I'm gonna look 70 one day. I'm gonna look 50 one day. And you have to walk and live as such, realizing the inevitable. Oh, my phone's gonna die, people. Attend my seminar, okay? Attend my seminar.